Welcome. Give it up for Adragna. Come on, keep it going for Rick, your host with the most. Life is good, ain't it? Last week I was at a club in Manhattan, and tonight I'm at the Bayport Firehouse. Next week I'll be at Wendy's and Wine Dance. My career's really taking off. You know, a lot of people, when they come to a comedy show, they don't like sitting up front here because they feel the comics are going to pick on them. So let me tell you something of a different nature. Sometimes we set each other up. I was doing a show one night, this comedian says to me, I have a joke, I want you to try it, and I want to see the reaction you get. I said, okay, so he tells me the joke. I go out, I'm doing my set, I'm about halfway into it, the crowd's going pretty good, and I tell the joke. How come married women don't fart as much as married men? Because they don't keep their mouth shut long enough to build up any pressure. Wait. What he failed to tell me was in the back of the room was 3 tables full of women from a bachelorette party. And they all jumped up, and this one woman, I guess she was the bride-to-be, because she had a necklace on shaped like a penis. And she yells out to me, oh yeah? Well, how come single women don't fart at all? I says, how come? She says, because they don't have an asshole yet. Set me right up, didn't he? I didn't always want to be a comedian. There were so many choices that I had. At first I wanted to be an oldie singer, like a doo-wop singer. And I got together with a friend of mine, and we wrote a song, and we recorded it, and we were thinking of our name. Now, I mean, they had the Righteous Brothers, they had the Isley Brothers, so we called ourselves the X-Lax Brothers. And the song went something like this. Do-do, do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do. Number 2 all over the country. Then I wanted to be a rapper. I changed with the times. I wanted to be a rapper. And I picked out my name for that. I mean, they had Ice-T, they had Ice Cube. I figured I'm an Italian kid from Brooklyn, I'll be Italian Ice. And one of the things that's kind of annoying when you're a comedian is whenever you're like in a public place, like a bar or a restaurant, and people find out you're a comedian, right away they go, are you funny? Come on, tell me a joke. Don't leave, give me another drink. Come on, tell me a joke. We don't do that. I mean, if I say to a guy, what do you do for a living? And he says he's a surgeon, I don't go, hey, listen, take a look at these hemorrhoids. I gotta get a second opinion. Come on, don't leave, give me another drink, take a look, will you? I tell you, ever since I hit my 50s, every year in January, I go for my annual physical. And I don't mind going, except for that one stupid test. Some of you guys, I know you know what I'm talking about, where he puts on that rubber glove, smiles and tells you to bend over. But let me ask you a question. If he's using his right hand to spread my right cheek, and his left hand to spread my left cheek, what the hell is he sticking up my ass? I think he's using the fire hose because I seem to be retaining a lot of water that I never had before. And if it ain't the fire hose, it's got to be something big. Because when I leave his office, my rear end feels like if I swallow something, it's going to fall right out of my ass. There goes yesterday's dinner. Jesus. That's how it feels, I'm telling you the truth. Another thing that happens to you when you get in your 50s is you get this enormous reserve of natural gas. And it never comes out when you want it to. You might get on the elevator with a beautiful woman, you fart, you both know who did it. And it's high octane too. My daughter says to me one day, "Hey Dad, let's go rollerblading." I figured I'd try anything once, right? So we go outside and we're hacking along up the road. And after about 3 minutes, she's 8 fucking miles ahead of me. And I feel a rumble in my stomach. So I look around. There's nobody here, right? I let one go. I went from 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds. Passed the kid right up. Got my rollerblades impounded. I'll tell you, I'm very proud because this past Christmas, as a Christmas present, my daughter got her master's degree from Dowling College here. Thank you very much. Now, that says she's kind of intelligent. But what I'm worried about is some of the people she hangs out with. Because if this is the youth of America, we're in for a lot of trouble. She has this friend, Lance is his name. So one day he's over my house, we're having a barbecue, and I look up, I see a full moon, I figure I'd kid around with him. I said, "Hey Lance, what do you think's closer, Florida or the moon?" He goes, "Come on, I'm not that stupid. You can't see Florida from here." Another time, he comes running in my house. He says, "Yo, Mr. A, some guy just stole your car out of the driveway." I said, "Did you get a good look at him?" He says, "No, but I wrote down the plate number." But I found out that's kind of hereditary, because I think he got that from his parents. Because they like to hunt, and they were out hunting one time, and unfortunately his father, he grabbed his chest and he keeled over. So his wife picks up the cell phone, and she dials 911. She says, "I think my husband died, he grabbed his chest and keeled over. What do I do?" They said, "Well, first, make sure he's dead." Next thing they hear, boom! She gets back on the phone, she says, "I'm sure he's dead, what do we do?" You ever hear a conversation, eavesdrop on a conversation, but you only hear certain things? Yeah, right? I was listening to a conversation in a bar where I hang out, and I heard these two guys saying that if you take the Long Island Expressway to exit 58 and get off, there's a Hooters there. And behind Hooters, they've got BJ's wholesale. Now, I've been paying full price for a blowjob since I was about 17, and now they have them wholesale behind Hooters. So I listen in on the conversation because it's getting really good. He says that everything there is huge. Big women, big men, I don't know what's over there. And sometimes you get 2 for 1. You can't beat that. So after a few more beers, I drive there. And I pull into the park and ride. Now I see all these cars circling around. And I'm watching, what the hell's going on here? This car pulls up next to me with this guy in it. He puts down the window. I put my window down. I said, "Listen, am I in the right place?" He said, "What are you looking for?" I says, "A BJ wholesale." He says, "I'll do you for nothing, stud. Your car or mine." "Okay, buddy. Take care." Anybody here from Brooklyn? Come on. What part? All right, I'm from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Italian section, and I went to Eli Whitney Vocational High School. It was a pretty rough high school. In science class, the teacher asked the kid to prove the law of gravity. He threw the teacher out the window. In shop class, they gave the kid a B for making a knife. That night at the hospital, when they were taking the knife out, said he should have gave him an A. And even in history, they asked me, "Who shot Abraham Lincoln?" I went, "Oh, teach, I don't know nothing. I wasn't there, I didn't see nothing. I don't even know this 80 Lincoln guy." And if you're going to ask me any more questions, I want my guidance counselor here. You ever notice in the shopping centers, they're all putting up these Chinese takeout places? I mean, they're great. And every time you call them up, what do they tell you? 15, 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. You can say, give me one egg roll, 15, 20 minutes. You can say, give me everything on your menu twice, 15, 20 minutes. The best is when you walk in, though. You usually have a woman behind the counter. She's the Wi-Fi. She takes the orders. And behind her, there's two guys sitting down. One guy's smoking, and the other guy's rolling wontons. So you take the menu, you circle about a dozen things on there. She picks up the menu, she looks at it, she turns to the two guys and goes, ho-hing! That's it. They jump up, woks are flying, ladles, oils up in the air, the cigarettes going, wontons got wings on them now. They get the whole order right. What the hell did she say to them? I'm the first guy probably on Long Island to get thrown out of a Chinese buffet. When they told me to get out, I says, what do I gotta leave for? I pay just like everybody else. They go, stupid fat boy, time to close. You here 6 hours already. Make no money with you, goddammit. I said, can I come back tomorrow? I charge you triple tomorrow. No, come back, fat boy. You know, when you go to a gym, I don't really like going to gyms because you always got these, I call them muscle heads. You know, and you see a guy like me walk in, I can get my fucking earring stuck. But you see these